welcome back to the vlog. I've had a few clips before this from the last 2 days because it's now currently Wednesday. But we've just been snowed in and not really doing a lot, so I didn't think it was worth vlogging Blue on the patrol. What's out there? What is it? We are currently getting more snow right now. Adam and I shoveled last night. It was fun. JC just left. We just finished podcasting. And now I think Adam and I are going to work on the nursery, getting the room cleared out and organized. So I thought I would vlog some of that. Okay, so this is kind of the, I don't know, catch-all room right now. This is what we're planning to turn into the nursery. So this is the before. Today we're just really cleaning it out and clearing it. So we'll see how much we can get done. Here's the before. And also Blue's room is in there, which that'll have to be moved, but we won't do that till closer to baby probably. Ready, Blue? He's like, wait a second. That's not for you. So it's a little small, Dad. It's like, and here's what we've gotten done so far. Still things in here because we're cleaning. Adam still gets ready in here. Heater, air purifier. We need to find a new spot for that vacuum. So these things need to come off the wall, but this is essentially what we got done so far. Do a workout, and he just has to come lay right in the way. It's because mommy's on the floor. You think, well, she must want to play. No. Hello. It's currently Friday, December 16th? Yes. And we have not done much this week. There's like 3 minutes of this vlog. So I'm currently making myself a hot chocolate, and then I thought we could sit down and I would do a first trimester recap. If anybody's interested in that, then they can watch that, and if not, you can just skip past it. But I've wanted to do one, and I want to have one to look back on my YouTube channel, so it's like, instead of doing a whole dedicated video to it, we'll just do a little snippet in this vlog, because that's the season we're in right now. So let's do that. Okay, so I have notes on my phone because someone told me that I should keep track so that for future pregnancies I can know, you know, because you kind of forget. Already I've kind of forgotten. So it's a good thing I have a note on my phone. Okay, so we found out pretty much right away because we were trying, as awkward as that seems to, I don't know. We weren't doing anything to prevent it, and we were wanting a baby. But I feel like most people know that. I don't know that I shared it here on YouTube, but we were pregnant back in March, and then in April we did have a miscarriage. So obviously this was something we wanted and we're still trying for. So August 14th, I remember that because it's my brother's birthday, is when we found out, and we're probably like 5 weeks pregnant. I didn't really have a ton of symptoms except for that I had to pee a lot. And I had like the cramping, like your period is gonna come, but then nothing came, and I remembered that from the first time, so I decided to take a test. So about 6.5, 7 weeks is when the nausea hit me hard, to the point where I just stayed home from church because I didn't know how to handle it yet. And yeah, so it felt like all day sickness. I know people say morning sickness, and I knew that morning sickness could hit you any time of day. For me, it just lasted all day from probably 6.5 to 7 weeks all the way till honestly like 11 weeks. But here's what I have in my notes. Nausea feels like all day sickness, feels like the stomach bug. Only things that helped were, or some of the things that helped were sour candy and Sprite, specifically Sprite from McDonald's. Also finding meals that I could actually keep like want to eat and could keep down was kind of tricky. Fast food was kind of a big win at that time. Also, drinking water was so hard because water just made me feel sick. It was very strange. So yeah, eating helps, but nothing sounds good. So it's kind of like a tricky balance. Week 8 was still a lot of nausea, and I threw up for the first time. Sorry if that's like a trigger for someone. Maybe I should put like a trigger warning at the start of this in case someone is still in their first trimester. I don't know. Or you just hate talking about that. Yes, and then the last day of week 8 was like the worst. I thought I had the stomach bug because it was just like almost a constant, and I still do think that I had the stomach bug because it was almost like a constant stomach pain and the nausea, and it was hard to want to eat anything, and I threw up multiple times, and usually I was only throwing up like once a day. So yeah, that was really hard. And then the next day we had a wedding to film, so I was just like wiped, and yeah, but I did feel better the next day for the most part. It's just like tired and nauseous. Week 9 was mostly fine, nausea off and on. So I thought, okay, we're getting closer to week 12, we're getting better. And then week 10 was fine until that Thursday. So I come into my new weeks on Saturdays. So like I'm close to week 11 at this point. And then the Thursday I threw up twice, which was weird for me. Usually, like I said, I would throw up once, and it would be usually in the morning if I didn't eat soon enough. Like I started keeping snacks, a banana or some sort of granola bar, something easy to eat right away in the morning. And then I also sometimes would keep like cheese sticks or like trail mix that I could eat in the middle of the night, or crackers, just so that I wouldn't get too hungry and then just have a horrible morning. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, but most of the time, I mean, eating helped regardless. So if you're in your first trimester, eating helps, even though it doesn't seem like it. And things with protein help more, I think, even though those sometimes sound like the worst. Like I did not want that. Week 11, day 3, started to feel a lot better, but still nauseous if I don't eat, which that was doable. As long as I could keep eating, then I was fine. Also, something that started in week 11 was acid reflux. Started to get really bad, which acid reflux is something I kind of dealt with pre-pregnancy, but since I started eating really healthy, it hadn't been as bad. It just would be like if I ate too much, then it happens, and that's the same as it happens in pregnancy. Week 12, I was feeling a lot more normal, still needed to eat regularly, and I was pretty tired. Ended up throwing up 2 days in a row, but it's better than the everyday. And yeah, I just kind of was expecting week 12 to like wake up and feel better because it's, you know, so second trimester, you can announce it and blah blah, all this stuff. But that didn't really hit me until like week 13, 14. I would even say like feeling actually normal to where I could eat the normal snacks and meals and not just constantly have to be eating something, hit around 15 weeks is what I would say. Week 13, day 1, felt very crummy in the evening and ended up throwing up my dinner, which was unfortunate. My sister was actually visiting at the time, and we had gone shopping and done a lot of fun stuff, and it was a fine day, and then I just started to feel so bad in the evening. And yeah, we ate dinner, and it was a really good, healthy dinner, and then Adam and I got home from my parents, and it all went in the toilet, so that was fun. And then weeks 14 through 15, which I guess that's technically second trimester, but that's when I started to feel better. I still would get nauseous if I didn't eat like a good snacks and good meals, but it was not nearly as bad. The worst part of the first trimester was having to shoot weddings still, which is not the worst, but that just, I mean, I have so much respect for women who just who have bad morning sickness, first of all, and then also still go to work and do their 9 to 5s or work in the medical field or in dentistry or any of those things. I can't imagine having to get up early, because getting up early was not a thing for me in the first trimester. It's still not a thing. I'm enjoying every bit of sleep I can get because everybody keeps telling me to. But yeah, I just have so much respect for those women. I also want to say a huge thank you to my husband because he took very good care of me while I was sick and helpless, and yeah, I just hated not being able, like, I just didn't do the things that I normally do, like cook and dishes and keep the house really clean and work out. I did not really work out in the first trimester. A few days, if I was feeling good, I would try to go to the gym or do an at-home workout, but essentially walks were like the only thing I really did. But yes, okay, what was I saying? I lose my train of thought so bad. That's a second trimester symptom. But yes, I have so much respect for women who work all the time while they're pregnant and other people don't know, and so you're feeling sick, whatever. Because I had to shoot 3 weddings, 3 weekends in a row when I was in the thick of it, and that was really hard. It really helped when JC and I were shooting weddings together because she knew I was pregnant and she could, like, I don't know, it's just something about having someone who knows, who can like understand why you're needing to sit or why you're digging into the chips or whatever. But yeah, taking snacks with me, I like packed so many snacks and I would just have Adam go and get them, or having like mints to suck on or some sort of sour candy or a Sprite or something just to help. But it did help to have, like, be doing something, be distracted and thinking, you know, like you're focused on your couples, you're not focused on yourself, so that helped a little bit. But I mean, you still just feel crummy. But yes, I'm very happy to be on the other side of it. I am now working out more regularly, although I feel like I've lost so much strength, even though I'm sure that I really haven't. It's just like your body is weakened from the pregnancy. I don't know. I also yesterday, like I said, felt like I was getting a cold, and I haven't even been around anyone since Sunday, except for JC came over on Wednesday, but it wasn't like we were touching or hugging or, you know, drinking out of the same thing. So it's like, plus she's not sick, but was she around someone who's sick and then that made me sick? I don't know. It's like, why is my immune system so weak? Anyways, pregnancy is interesting. I'm loving every second of it, even though the first trimester I didn't love. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hate being nauseous and I hate, you know, vomiting, but I think it's all going to be worth it for this little guy. Well, I know it's going to be worth it for this little guy, and I'm happy to do it. But yeah, that was rough. Things that helped me: sour candies, eating regularly, snacking in the night and right away when I woke up in the morning, drink water even though it doesn't sound good, can wash it down with like a Sprite or something fizzy. But yeah, also don't just lay on the couch, even though that's the thing that sounds the best. Like, having little tasks to complete throughout the day helped me not feel as crummy. But it is just a season, it will pass. And yeah, that's my first trimester recap, I guess. It's kind of all over the place, but yeah, I talked for 11 minutes and counting, so probably gonna be where I end out the vlog because I don't think Adam and I are doing much else this weekend. We might just continue working on the nursery, which I can update you guys in next week's vlog about that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for next week's vlog because it's gonna be Christmas. I don't know if I'll actually vlog on Christmas, maybe little clips or whatever, but Christmas Eve and Christmas Eve we have things planned. Oh, and on the 20th and the 22nd we also have things. Actually, we have something like every day next week, so if I vlog little snippets of each thing, it should be an interesting vlog, at least for Adam and I to look back on. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.